11th as well as 12th rib. See the lower border of the pleural cavity. It is oblique, runs downward and laterally. And if you see laterally, it crosses the lower border of the 11th rib. 11th rib is also related on the left kidney, but there is no relations of right kidney with the 11th rib. So remember the relations of the 12th rib with the kidney as well as pleural cavity. Now what is renal angle? So this is the posterior view. Which is this muscle? Anyone? किसी को पता है ये वाला मसल कौन सा है? This one. So this is one of the muscle of back. It's a erector spinae. Right? This muscle is the erector spinae muscle, not the latissimus dorsi. It's the erector spinae. So what are the boundaries of renal angle? See, medially it is bounded by the lateral border of the erector spinae muscle, and laterally it is bounded by the lower border of 12th rib. Now what is the significance of renal angle? What is the anatomical significance as well as clinical significance? See, in case of the patient having a kidney stone, they feel colicky pain first over the renal angle, and this area is also called the loin. And this renal colicky pain, it extends downward and forward from the loin towards the groin. So this is the renal colicky pain, pattern of the renal colicky pain. It is first felt over the renal angle. Here I will show you the figure. Patient particularly put both the hand on the back side over the renal angle. He feel the colicky pain over this area, and then it extend downward and forward towards the groin area, the area between the thigh. That is the groin area. So one of the significance of this renal angle is the renal colicky pain. Second important thing is surgical exposure. This renal angle is used for the surgical exposure of kidney from behind. Oblique incision is kept over the renal angle, and then kidneys are exposed surgically. So this is the second important thing. But as I told you, the 12th rib, importance of 12th rib on the right side as well as left side with the relations with the pleural cavity, right? So this incision is kept obliquely from the lower border of the 12th rib. But while putting incision, if you count the rib from below, sometimes what happens, this 12th rib is too short to cut the erector spinae, or sometimes 12th rib is absent. At that time, the 11th rib may be mistaken as a 12th rib. And if you remember, I told you the relations of pleural cavity with the lateral part of the 11th rib. So there are chances of opening of the pleural cavity. So what we have to remember while surgically exposing the kidney from behind, we have to always count the ribs from above, from the sternal angle that you will learn in the thorax. But at the level of the sternal angle, there is second rib, and then you count the rib below from the second to 12th. Never count the ribs from below. Okay, because sometimes 12th rib is too short to cut the erector spinae muscle. Sometimes 12th rib is absent, and then at that time the 11th reed may be mistaken as a 12th reed, and if you put the incision from the 11th reed obliquely, there are chances of opening of the pleural cavity. So always count the ribs from the above, from the sternal angle. Sternal angle થી જ rib count કરવાની downward. ક્યારે rib from below ક્યારે count નહીં કરવાની. Okay. So these are the two important thing about the renal angle. One is surgical exposure of the kidney, and second is renal colicky pain. So that was about the important relations, anterior as well as posterior relations of both kidney. These both can be asked as a short note, 3 marks or the 5 mark short note. You have to prepare the diagram which is given in your textbook, both for the anterior relations as well as from the posterior relations. If you draw the diagram anatomically correct, then you will get marks. So internal anatomy, that detail you will learn in the next lecture. But just let me tell you, the internal structure is divided into 3 regions: outer cortex, inner medulla, and the area surrounding the renal pelvis, that is renal sinus. See, this is the coronal section of the kidney. When you cut it kidney coronally, so the outer paler area is the cortex, inner darker area is the medulla or pyramid, and the area surrounding the renal pelvis is called renal sinus. So the coronal section of the kidney is divided into 3 regions. This is the renal papilla, which opens on the one of the calyces of the ureter. Now the area which covers the base of the pyramid, that is called the cortical arch. The area of the cortex which runs in between the pyramid, that is the renal column. So again the area of the cortex is divided into 2 parts. Area surrounding the base of the pyramid, that is cortical arch. In between the pyramid, that is renal column. This is ureter. As it enters into the kidney, there is a dilated portion of the ureter which is known as renal pelvis. Now see the divisions of the renal pelvis within the substance of the kidney. As soon as it enters into this kidney, hilum of the kidney, it divides into 3 to 4 major calyces. See here the division. Here it is shown as a 3 in number. So 3 to 4 major calyces. If you see, each major calyces is divided into 3 to 4 minor calyces. And over the minor calyces, there is opening of renal papilla, where the urine formation starts. So urine enters into the minor calyces, which join together to form the major calyces, which join together to form the renal pelvis, and finally urine enters into the ureter. Now coverings of the kidney. There are 4 coverings from inside out. This is a schematic diagram, shows you the 4 coverings. Just at the outer surface of the kidney, there is fibrous capsule. Outside it, there lies perirenal fat, perinephric or perirenal fat. Then this dark colored is the renal fascia, and outside it there lies pararenal fat or paranephric fat. So this is the cross section of the posterior abdominal wall. This is the vertebral column. What is this? Can you identify these 2 major vessels? ये ब्लू कलर का और रेड कलर का कौन सा वेसल है यहाँ पे? This is the outline of kidney, right? Yes. So the lateral one is the inferior vena cava, and medial one is the abdominal aorta. 2 major vessels of the posterior abdominal wall, and these are the renal artery and renal vein entering into the hilum of the kidney. So let us see the coverings of the kidney. Just outside outer border of the kidney, there is a fibrous capsule. Outside the fibrous capsule, yellow colored structure, which covers the kidney as well as renal sinuses. That is the perinephric fat or perirenal fat. Then outside the perinephric fat, this blue colored line, that is our renal fascia. And most outside, this yellow colored tissue is the paranephric fat or pararenal fat. So these are the four coverings. From inside out, fibrous capsule, perinephric fat or perirenal fat, renal fascia, paranephric fat or pararenal fat. Blood supply of kidney, as we know, the kidneys are supplied by the renal artery. Both right and left renal artery are branches of abdominal aorta. The level of the origin of the renal artery lies just below the origin of the superior mesenteric artery. Then each renal artery gives one or more, that we will see, of the inferior suprarenal arteries. And other than the kidney, renal artery also supplies suprarenal gland, perirenal tissue, fibrous capsule of the kidney, renal pelvis, upper part of the ureter. These are the area of distribution of the renal artery. Now each renal artery, as it enters into the hilum of kidney, it will divide into two portions or two divisions, anterior and the posterior divisions, and which in turn divide into the 5 segmental arteries. So which supplies the 5 renovascular segments. So which are the renal vascular segments? See, this can be asked in your viva. Now, whenever you pick up the kidney for your viva, आपको पूछते हैं कितने रीनोवास्कुलर सेगमेंट होते हैं और कौन कौन से. So which are the renovascular segments? These are the 5 renal vascular segments. 1 apical, 1 inferior, 1 posterior, and 2 anterior. Superior and anterior, middle and anterior. I will show you the figure. See the anterior surface of the kidney and the segments on the posterior surface. So apical segment, if you see, it covers the upper pole of the kidney on the anterior aspects as well as posterior aspect. So 1 apical segment. 1 inferior segment, which lies in both anterior as well as posterior surface, and 1 posterior segment, large posterior segment. Now there are 2 anterior segments. So one of them is called the superior and anterior segment and middle and anterior segment. So these are the 5 renovascular segment: apical, inferior, posterior, superior and anterior, middle and anterior. Now supply of kidney, it is supplied by autonomic nervous system. Sympathetic supply comes from T10 to L1 segments of spinal cord, which forms the renal plexus. Parasympathetic supply comes from the vagus nerve. Now one applied aspect, formation of the kidney stone. Most common stone is formed by the calcium salt. So saturation of the urine with the salts of calcium will change the pH level of the urine and ultimately favors the precipitation of calcium salt and the formation of the kidney stone. What is hematuria? Blood in the urine. That condition is called the hematuria. Other than the calcium salt, the stone is also formed by the phosphate salt, oxalate and urate salt. Now renal colicky pain. As I told you, renal colicky pain start first over the renal angle, which is called the loin area, and from this it radiate downward and medially towards the groin, towards the infraumbilical part of anterior abdominal wall. So that's all about the kidney morphological feature. Now suprarenal glands. Location, as I told you, the both suprarenal glands lies at the upper pole of the both kidney, right and left, at the level of epigastrium, at the level of 12th rib. Size and shape of the suprarenal gland. On the right side, it is triangular in shape. Here you can see. And on the left side, left suprarenal gland is of the semilunar in shape, half moon shape. And its weight is around 5 grams. Now coverings of the suprarenal gland. See, this picture shows you perirenal fat as well as the renal fascia. See, after covering the both side of the kidney, anterior as well as of the kidney, renal fascia joins at the upper pole of the kidney. Again, it splits into two layers, cover the anterior and posterior aspects of suprarenal gland. At the upper end of the suprarenal gland, both the layer of renal fascia fuse together and then it merges with the diaphragmatic fascia. So there is a clear-cut septum between the suprarenal gland and the upper pole of the kidney. And this septum is formed by the renal fascia. So suprarenal gland is covered by the perirenal fat as well as the renal fascia. Now the morphological features of the right suprarenal gland. It is triangular in shape, having one apex lies above. Base lies over the upper pole of the right kidney. Two surfaces, anterior and the posterior surface. Anterior surface and posterior surface lies behind. Three borders. See the medial border, lateral border, and the anterior border. So three border, medial, lateral, and anterior border. See in the lower part of the anterior border, there is a hilum of the suprarenal gland, so through which the blood vessels enters into the kidney, into the suprarenal gland. So the hilum lies at the lower part of the anterior border of the right gland. Now the features of the left suprarenal gland, it is of semilunar in shape, two end, upper end and the lower end. Hilum lies nearer to the lower end. See here, hilum of the left suprarenal gland lies at the lower end of the left suprarenal gland. Again, there are two surface, anterior and posterior surface, and two borders, medial, which is convex, and the lateral border. Lateral border rests on the upper pole of the left kidney. So these are the features, morphological features of the left gland. Now the important structure relations of the both right and left suprarenal gland. On the right side, if you see, the anterior surface is divided into two parts by one vertical line. Medial area is related with the inferior vena cava. Lateral area is related with the right lobe of the liver. On the left side, see, this is the left kidney. The suprarenal gland anterior surface is divided into the two part, upper area and the lower area. Upper part is related with the stomach and the lower part is related with the pancreas and splenic artery. So these are the important relations of anterior surface of right and left suprarenal gland. Now the posterior surface. So this is the left suprarenal gland, semilunar in shape. Again, it divided into two parts by one vertical line. Medial area is related with the left crus of diaphragm and lateral area is related with the kidney. Just like that, on the right side is divided into upper and lower part. Upper area is related with the right crus of diaphragm and lower part is related with the upper pole of the right kidney. Now the arterial supply of the suprarenal gland. Both suprarenal gland is supplied by the three suprarenal arteries: superior, middle, and inferior suprarenal artery. Now see the superior suprarenal arteries is a branch of inferior phrenic artery, and inferior phrenic artery arises from the abdominal aorta. So superior suprarenal arteries are branches of inferior phrenic arteries. Middle suprarenal artery comes directly from the abdominal aorta, and the inferior suprarenal artery comes from the renal artery. So this is the renal artery. So there are three arteries supplying the suprarenal gland: superior, middle, and inferior suprarenal artery. Superior is a branch of inferior phrenic artery. Middle comes from abdominal aorta, and the inferior is a branch of renal artery. Venous drainage. So the vein of the suprarenal gland do not follow the course of artery. There is only one vein on the right and left side. See, right suprarenal vein drains directly into inferior vena cava, and the left suprarenal vein drains into the left renal vein. So that's all about the morphological features of the kidney as well as suprarenal gland. So important short notes that can be asked in your exam. These are the relations of both right and left kidney with its internal structures. Coverings of kidney can be asked as short notes and applied aspect. So that's all. Any question? किसी को कुछ भी समझ में ना आया हो? Now you can enter your roll number.